Lack of service delivery continues to affect some people around the country. In Zandspruit, residents claim their local clinic has been without electricity for years. Now they're saying that the generator that's been keeping the lights on has not been working for the past 2 weeks. eNCA's senior reporter, Silindelo Masikane, is following that story and she joins us live now. Slia, very good morning to you. I mean, a generator not working for 2 weeks at a clinic where people are supposed to be receiving health care. Are we hearing anything from any official to say what exactly is happening and how long it's going to take to resolve?
Well, that's why we're here, and that's what we're trying to find out. We were called by community leaders here in Zandspruit who say their local clinic is essentially inefficient and that it services many who are elderly, who are on chronic medication, and many a times it's got not only medicine shortages, but the generator, which has been keeping the lights on here, has simply just not been working for at least 2 weeks now. But to give us more context, we are inside the actual clinic. I am joined by one of the activists and community leaders, Mr. Make. Thank you so much for your time. Look, when we spoke, you told me that electricity supply essentially here has not been working in terms of the city providing electricity for about 7 years, and that this clinic relies on generators which have also now collapsed. Maybe can you just elaborate on this issue?
Thank you. Yeah, no, that is correct. Actually, 7 years or more, and then there's no service, no stable services. So we are concerned as leaders because we believed that this situation should have been long dealt with, should have been addressed by different administration political principles. And I think the decision makers are the ones who are failing us. But at the same time, the political instability in the city of Johannesburg, chopping and changing. There've been MMC, former Mayor Mpho was here before. She knows the situation here. So now there's been MMC. I hope the other MMC will also come. We met the ED as well during the course of the week. Because of instability again, because these decisions, they know about the issues. The 3 generators, as you see,
so I'm going to ask you to maybe let's move out of shot, and then we're going to ask Tammy to just move a little bit closer. As you speak with regards to these generators, maybe talk to me about when they were installed and what the issue is now in terms of them not being operational.
I'm not an engineer, but there are serious mechanical issues with these generators. They can only run 3 hours a day, 4 or 5 sometimes, and then they keep collapsing as they go on. So this thing, and then patients are turned away. There's long queues and they cut people. So, and the next morning there's a long queue. People are not getting service as they should. So these generators, there's 3 of them. I don't know what they're doing here. They should have been removed long ago, install proper electricity here, or bring a proper working generator as a solution in the interim.
So I know today it's Sunday, the clinic is not operational. Tomorrow, if you're telling me that these generators aren't working, is this clinic going to open?
Madness. 3 generators not working. Sunday also the clinic is not working. It's also our concern why the clinic is not working on a Sunday. Obviously tomorrow when we spoke to the ED, we were told they estimate somewhere Wednesday things will be back to normal. But back to normal, it means that they are still going to fix the very same generators that are giving us problem. So we need an interim solution that will last longer as we look for new facilities, because you can see the facility as well is not proper. It's an old building. It was like a plot back in the days. So yeah, it's a terrible conditions altogether. So the clinic, I'm sure 100% is not working tomorrow. And yet again, we have senior citizens who are chronic medication, and therefore they are not going to receive services. We are going to lose lives. It's been 3 weeks, this thing happening.
Okay, Mr. Make, I'm going to just now move on to some of the patients who I understand do access or try to access the services here. Of course, it is an elderly community, so I did ask them to just stand in the shade for me. Mama, ke tlo qala ka wena. Kopa mpotse hore ke eng di issue mona ko clinic?
Issue ya ko clinic sizela abasixelelanga ukuba iclinic ayina gesi. Basixelele sesifikile apha singabantu abadala siphethwe iswekire ne high blood. Mas xa sifika apha bathi akuna gesi, so asikwazi ukunceda ngolesithathu. ngolwesine sabuya futhi bathi nize kusasa sabuya futhi ngolwesine sithi sizolanda amaphilisi ngoba ibizi date zethu bathi akuna gesi abasebenzi kuza abantu abakhulu bayeza abantu abakhulu xa bezile babuyanga ukuthi bazosixelela ba abantu abakhulu bezile kuza kwenza kantoni kuthiwa akuna gesi iklinikhi ivaliwe senze njani thina siphethe ya blood njengangomuntu phethe ya blood akunaphilisi kuthiwa qabelwe endaweni ethini zoqabela ngantoni
All right, those are just some of the issues here at Zandspuit Clinic. At this point, we don't know when they'll be resolved. I am trying to get in contact with the city of Johannesburg. I know there's a newly appointed MMC for Health and Public Safety, so it remains to be seen whether they'll actually have a response for me, because as one of the leaders had said, is that there's a lot of political instability within the city of Johannesburg. So the community itself is concerned as to whether their issues around this clinic will ever be addressed.
Well, Slee, we can definitely hope that they speed up that response to you, and hopefully that us putting the story out here on eNCA fast tracks that response as well to you. So we'll definitely be hearing what exactly their response is when it does eventually come. But we'll leave it there with you. That is our senior reporter, Silindelo Masikane, of course, out in Zandspruit.